The Target 12 investigators are taking a close look at wrong site surgeries. For the first time, a Rhode Island woman is describing what happened to her family.
Just the whole thing was a nightmare. Well, what's wrong? What's going on with my father?
Eyewitness News reporter Elizabeth Hopkins has exclusive details in tonight's Target 12 investigation.
Anne Marie's father was the victim of a wrong site surgery several years ago, and she decided to speak with us now because she says she is outraged mistakes like these just keep happening.
Then he had to go for...
It was a story she never thought she'd share. In fact, Anne Marie has never spoken publicly about what she says happened to her father.
They told me there was a complication with the surgery.
In December 2001, doctors at Rhode Island Hospital operated on the wrong side of Eugenio DeJesus's head. Later, the family discovered his CAT scan was placed backwards in an X-ray viewing box.
He had like a C cup behind his ear, and that once the surgeon went in, realized something was wrong, checked out the X-ray, and then flipped him over and cut the other side.
Eugenio died a few months later. A Rhode Island Department of Health investigation found the mistaken surgery was not the cause of death, but Anne Marie is not convinced.
The stress of two cuts like that in your head has got to do something.
Anne Marie says she had hoped her father's experience would spark change in Rhode Island's medical community. Rhode Island Hospital reviewed the incident and has made changes since. And the Rhode Island Department of Health does track and investigate wrong site surgeries and can order corrective action. Still, we find similar mistakes continue to happen. Target 12 looked into the numbers. The Rhode Island Department of Health confirms there have been 5 wrong site surgeries since January 2006. Massachusetts hospitals, which perform more surgeries than Rhode Island, had 38 during that same time period. We've learned Massachusetts is working to make information about wrong site surgeries available to the public. The Mass Department of Health tells Target 12 that in just a few months they will detail for the public the dates, locations, and types of wrong site surgeries. Our investigation finds that information is not so easy to come by in Rhode Island. The health department says state law limits what they can report.
Is there information out there that consumers can access that will say, you know, this is the best hospital in Rhode Island in terms of wrong site surgery, they've had the fewest, they've had none?
Well, the aggregate data does not specify by hospital. Just by matching up stories in the media with those numbers, you know, people, you know, can make their own conclusions, but we don't report it by hospital.
But we can. Checking our news archives, we can tell you we've reported on 1 wrong site surgery at the Miriam Hospital, 3 at Rhode Island Hospital in 2007, and 1 at Women and Infants in 2006. Rhode Island hospitals are now working together to come up with new protocols to prevent wrong site surgeries.
But there are steps you can take to protect your family. First of all, make sure you talk to the surgical team about what operation you're expecting. Make sure the doctor marks the correct surgical site. And this is important. Make sure the surgical team has a timeout procedure so everyone can stop, confer, and double-check the details before the operation begins. With the Target 12 investigators, Elizabeth Hopkins, Eyewitness News.
For more on wrong site surgeries, go to our website, WPRI.com. You'll find more details about how local hospitals respond to medical mistakes and recommendations on how to protect your family. Breaking news.